Detroit's number one for New Country, 99.5 YCD. Josh, Rachel, and Grumall. Very special guest in the building this morning.
I'm excited.
Rose the Reader.
Hello,
Hi.
good morning.
Welcome, Rose.
Thank you so much for having me.
Love your name so much.
This is exciting, and I so feel that certain things, Rose, are meant to be. And I watched you on Fox 2 a while ago. You're 18 years old. And
He came in, and it's all he talked about.
Yeah, and I said, I saw this wonderful young lady.
And you're 18?
Yes, 18 years old. Yes.
And are you considered a medium? What a psychic? What's is
your
the
job
best
title?
way to label you?
So I am a psychic medium, so I am able to foreshadow and see of things coming before they happen and having that gift and an ability. And I'm also a very gifted medium, so I have the gift of connecting with the departed and bringing forward the messages from the loved ones who are no longer with us and the departed.
And you recognized that you had this ability at a really young age, right?
So yes, my parents took notice to it very quickly when I was around the age of 2. I was standing up in my crib, pointing at things, doing things that were a little more unusual that they noticed.
So you were seeing spirits?
Oh, yes. Around age 10 and 11, I started having very vivid dreams with my loved ones who were passed.
Who you had never met?
Yes, that I've never met, and some that I have met.
Wow.
It was getting really vivid and very clear to me. And then my grandfather passed my freshman year, and everything really opened up for me stronger then.
Were you afraid of that? Like, it's such a young age. Was it scary for you?
It was not scary for me because I had such amazing support within my family, and it was something I kept very close with my immediate family, my parents and my brother for so long. And it was so amazing, that connection they had with me and helping me out.
And I understand, like, your mom, actually, this runs in the family.
It does, yeah. My mom,
it wasn't harvested and, brought out in the way it has been with you.
Yeah, it was not talked about and spoken about as much as it was now.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. If you're sitting between Rachel and I, do you just feel...
rose between two thorns, literally.
You just feel certain things? Do like a certain presence come around?
So yeah, when I pick up on energy, spirit makes me feel how they departed, and that makes it go throughout my body. I pick up on those signs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So very strongly, I was picking up in through my chest, someone who was having a hard time speaking towards the end in their passing. Or I'm not sure if someone struggled with speaking or had an issue with their chest.
That was my father.
I'm going to cry. His dad died about a month ago, and he had a stroke several years ago, and he couldn't communicate very well.
Let me ask you this, Rose. Is he asking for money? No, I'm trying to lighten it up a little bit because I don't want to cry, but, that would be my father.
Yes,
Your
he is
father,
asking for money.
he stepped forward so strongly for you right off the bat.
Okay, we're going to talk more about
Yes.
that.
We want to come back after 8 o'clock, talk to Rose the Reader a little bit more. This is very fascinating. Very, very fascinating. 99.5 YCD.
I turned on the evening news song.
We have Rose the Reader in studio, 99.5 YCD, Josh, Rachel, and Grumwald. We were talking a little bit off air about Grumwald's dad. You just kind of touched on it. It's just crazy how you're just, like, immediately you picked up on that energy.
She knew nothing about it. Nobody really knew that my father lost his ability to speak for the most part.
Yeah.
And you picked up on that right away.
It's amazing that the energy that I pick up and being able to bring that closure. And I'm so happy that I have the gift to be able to, and bringing that healing and closure to everyone that needs it. Your dad came forward with such a loving energy for you. That was so important to have come forward for you today.
Thank you.
Stop, you're going to make me cry.
All right.
That's so funny. His dad literally passed like a month ago.
Literally, yeah.
And it's going to make the healing process so much easier in that way, I promise, going forward and making a difference.
That's great.
And now when I was channeling in with Rachel, with you, I was picking up very strongly on, I was shown May 1st, and that resonation going with the female, so that being your mother.
My mom passed. It was Memorial Day weekend in 2017.
May, so your mom.
It was the end of May.
Your mom stepping forward for you with so much love. And I'm actually having very vivid dreams with her as well. but her showing, acknowledging that to me. So knowing that that's always with you in that dream.
Yeah, there
her.
are some times where I wake up and I'm like, oh my gosh, I was with my mom and my dad. And it just seems so real. And it's a wonderful feeling.
Knowing
Rose,
that's her right there.
We've heard before from other mediums and people that loved ones that have passed on come back to you in your dreams and you can reconnect that way. Do you believe that or see anything with that?
1,000%. When your loved ones come to you during a dream, that's a visitation right from them. And them visiting you and bringing you the message or that closure that you need in that moment. Always writing down your dreams or keeping a note of them, because that's always your loved ones right there.
I believe in that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, because you forget them. Like when you first wake up, they're so vivid. And then later in the day, when I try to like close my eyes and recall and kind of go back, you can barely remember it. So I think
it's like immediately I wake up and I can't remember.
Yeah. So I think that's a great suggestion to have a notepad.
Yeah.
Journaling is my way for everything. And I tell everyone, journaling, keeping a notebook with you, that's the way to
Really
keep that all going for you.
So, Rose, if somebody wants to get a hold of you, we're going to take some calls right now and let you read some of the people around the Motor City. And if somebody wants to get a hold of you, they can go to your Facebook page.
For
Rose,
private, you actually have a brick and mortar building on the east side. Is it St. Clair Shores?
Yes, in St. Clair Shores.
That's so awesome. So how can people get in touch with you for a reading?
So if you want to get a reading, please reach out to me with my phone number. It's 586-329-9409. And you can reach out by sending me a text message with your name, your number, and wanting to schedule so we can get back to each individual person.
And they can come to your Facebook page as well, I'm guessing?
Of course, yeah. My Facebook page is Rose the Reader.
Okay. There you go.
There you go.
And let's take some calls right now. Let's take some listeners around the Motor City. And
awesome.
If they want to know something, what can they ask you? Everything?
Whatever you want to ask me.
Wide open.
Love it.
248-945-9995. 248-945-9995. We have Rose the Reader in studio if you want to call. 248-945-9995. It's YCD.
Well, it's hotter than hell outside.
We have Rose the Reader in studio, 99.5 YCD. If you have a question for Rose, 248-945-9995. Let's go to line one here. And who's this?
Hi, this is Alex.
Hi, Alex.
Hello,
How are you
Alex.
this morning?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Do you have a question for Rose the Reader this morning?
So my grandma passed away very suddenly, about 9-10 years ago. I think it was 10 now. And I don't know. I just want to know if she's still around, still here. When she first passed away, I would smell her perfume. There was just little things that would happen, and it doesn't happen anymore. So I was just curious.
Well, Alex, your intuition is the strongest thing and for the strongest tool that you have. And when you were smelling the perfume, that 100% was a sign from your grandmother for you. I instantly was going right down to my chest. So I don't know if that relates with your grandmother's passing, if it was with her chest or respiratory. I was having a hard time with breathing. I was being shown in that way.
Yeah, well, we didn't get an autopsy. They don't know if it was an aneurysm or a heart attack, but it was one of the two.
That's where I was feeling that in my chest and her releasing that pain out, showing me that she is not in pain and she is at peace, at resting and watching over you always. And she kept being shown numbers. So I don't know if you pick up on seeing time as a sign as well, Alex, but looking to that also going forward.
Okay.
Alex, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. Have a great day.
Everybody's got a problem, so do I.
99.5 YCD in studio with Rose the Reader. If you want to get a reading, 248-945-9995. Let's go to line 7 here. Hi, who's this?
Yeah, hi. I was calling to talk to the reader.
Hi.
Hello. Good morning.
What's your name?
How are you?
I'm good. How
My
are
name
you?
is Heather.
Hi, Heather.
Heather, do you have a question for Rose the Reader this morning?
Yes, I absolutely do. I had two questions, actually. One, I love the idea of being able to speak to people that we've lost, and unfortunately I've lost many, so I wanted to see if anyone in particular comes through, and just to see if you had any insight on my career. I'm kind of at a fork in the road where I have to choose a road different than what I'm on now, so any insight that you might have on that would be great.
Heather, I was first picking up very strongly on a male figure stepping forward. I don't know if that fits with a father figure. I was being shown in a very strong connection. And I kept being shown May, the number 5. That resonates with their passing or somebody's departure.
I think that's my ex-father-in-law, my ex-husband's dad.
So if you had a close bond with him, or there was a close connection
Very
that
close.
was there, it was very close.
Very close.
He stepped forward right for you and acknowledging he's always watching over you still and protecting over you as well. So keeping that with you always.
Aww, that makes me feel so happy. Thank you.
Of
And Heather,
course.
I'm picking up on something as well. He is glad you got rid of his son and said you're better off without him.
He was probably...
In all fairness, I think that he would say that. We always were very close. Sounds
You know,
just like him. You're great at this.
I am just the messenger in these readings and in these sessions,
and Grandma's-
delivering the
And
messages.
Grummold's the doofus. Yeah,
There
exactly.
we
This.
go.
How about this? Rose the Reader and Grumble.
Oh, yeah, that
gosh,
sounds
yeah, dead
wonderful.
weight.
That would be great.
There you go. There you
Unbelievable.
Did you have anything for about the career?
Professionally?
What was your question regarding your career, Heather?
I'm at a fork in the road where the path that I'm on, it's not possible to stay there. So something has to change. And everything is new and everything is kind of open. So just if you have any kind of guidance as to where I should be looking.
Yeah, Heather, if your intuition's telling you there has to be a change somewhere, you'll know right within yourself where you got to make that first movement or that change with. So really clearing your mind, finding that calm or zen spot for yourself, and really seeing what you feel is holding you back or making what's going on right now difficult for you. But I was being shown you doing
Absolutely.
something with being very social with people and working with people in that way. So look into that as well.
Awesome. My marketing and sales background will be great for that then.
There you go. There you go, girlfriend. You
You're
got
awesome.
this.
Thank you so much for calling
Thank
in
you
this
so
morning.
much, Heather.
Have
you,
a great day,
Heather.
guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks,
you.
Heather.
Bye-bye.
If somebody wants to get a hold of you, Rose the Reader is probably the easiest on Facebook. They can
There you
find your
go.
Facebook page. Her numbers or contact information is there.
You got it.
99.5 YCD.
Spent $48 last night at the